You are married and approaching retirement, I need you to stay with me until the very end of this video, because what I'm about to share could add tens of thousands of dollars to your household Social Security income over your lifetime. And I mean real money, not the kind of savings where you clip coupons and feel good about 50 cents off a can of soup. I'm talking about a famous Social Security loophole called the restricted application strategy. You have probably heard rumors on the internet that Congress killed this loophole a few years ago. But here is the secret most people never find out. For a very specific group of married seniors, this strategy is 100% legal, completely alive, and can literally double the lifetime value of your Social Security benefit. The money is sitting there. The rules are written in federal law, but every month that goes by without you understanding the exact cutoff date is another month of leaving your own money on the table. I went through the latest SSA guidelines, the 2015 Bipartisan Budget Act, and the exact spousal benefit formulas they use. And I found the truth about the restricted application, plus the exact magic date that determines if you can still use it. Stay until the end, because if you were born after that date, I am going to show you the modern strategy that still allows you to maximize your survivor benefits. Real quick, before we get into it, if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that button right now and turn on notifications. The rules around Social Security change every single year. I cover all of that in plain English, so you always know what you're actually entitled to before it's too late. The people who are subscribed stay ahead of this stuff. The people who aren't tend to find out too late, right when they realize they can't undo their mistake. So subscribe now, and let's get into it. To understand why this strategy is so powerful, you have to understand the trap the Social Security Administration sets for married couples. It is called deemed filing. Under normal rules, if you apply for Social Security, the government automatically deems you to be filing for every single benefit you are entitled to. If you are eligible for your own retirement benefit, and you are also eligible for a spousal benefit based on your husband or wife's record, the SSA will automatically force you to take the higher of the two. You cannot pick and choose. You cannot say, I just want the spousal benefit for now, and I want to let my own benefit grow. The system forces your hand. But the restricted application is the ultimate exception to this rule. It allows you to file an application that is strictly restricted only to your spousal benefit. By doing this, you collect half of your spouse's check right now, while your own personal retirement benefit sits completely untouched, growing by 8%. Under normal rules, if you apply for Social Security, the government automatically deems you to be filing for every single benefit you are entitled to. If you are eligible for your own retirement benefit, and you are also eligible for a spousal benefit based on your husband or wife's record, the SSA will automatically force you to take the higher of the two. You cannot pick and choose. You cannot say, I just want the spousal benefit for now, and I want to let my own benefit grow. The system forces your hand. But the restricted application is the ultimate exception to this rule. It allows you to file an application that is strictly restricted only to your spousal benefit. By doing this, you collect half of your spouse's check right now, while your own personal retirement benefit sits completely untouched, growing by 8% every single year until you turn 70. It is the ultimate financial hack for married couples. But you have to know if you qualify. This brings us to the most important detail in this entire video. The magic date. In 2015, Congress passed a law called the Bipartisan Budget Act that effectively killed the restricted application strategy for the vast majority of Americans. They did this to close a loophole that was costing the Social Security Trust Fund billions of dollars. They did this to close a loophole that was costing the Social Security Trust Fund billions of dollars. But, like all government programs, they included a grandfather clause. And that grandfather clause hinges on one specific date, January 2nd, 1954. Write this date down. If you were born on or before January 1st, 1954, you are completely grandfathered in. You are legally allowed to use the restricted application strategy. If you were born on or after January 2nd, 1954, the door is closed. You are subject to the deemed filing rule. This date is the absolute dividing line. It does not matter when your spouse was born. It does not matter when you got married. It only matters what is printed on your birth certificate. If you are one of the lucky ones born before that date, you have a massive financial advantage. Let's get right into exactly how to execute this strategy. Let's say you and your spouse are both born in 1953. You are both hitting your full retirement age, which for you is 66. You have worked your whole life, and your own personal Social Security benefit at full retirement age is $2,000 a month. But your spouse was the higher earner, and their full retirement benefit is $3,000 a month. Under normal deemed filing rules, if you applied at 66, the SSA would just give you your own $2,000 because it is higher. Under normal deemed filing rules, if you applied at 66, the SSA would just give you your own $2,000 because it is higher than the 50% spousal benefit. But because you were born before the magic date, you can file a restricted application. You tell the SSA, I am only applying for my spousal benefit right now. They will pay you 50% of your spouse's $3,000, which is $1,500 a month. But here is the magic. Because you did not claim your own $2,000 benefit, the SSA applies delayed retirement credits to it. Your own benefit grows by 8% every single year. By the time you turn 70, your own personal benefit has grown from $2,000 to $2,640 a month. At age 70, you simply switch from the spousal benefit to your own maximized benefit. You spent 4 years collecting $1,500 a month, and then you spend the rest of your life collecting $2,640. You literally get the best of both worlds. But what if you were born after January 1st, 1954? The restricted application is gone for you. But do not click away, because there is still a highly effective modern strategy you can use to maximize your household income. It is called the higher earner delays strategy. Since you are subject to deemed filing, you cannot separate your benefits. But you and your spouse can strategically stagger your claims. Here is the play. The lower earning spouse claims their own Social Security benefit early, say at age 62 or 65. Yes, they take a permanent reduction, but this provides immediate cash flow for the household to pay the bills and keep the retirement accounts growing. Meanwhile, the higher earning spouse does absolutely nothing. They wait. They let their benefit grow by 8% every single year until they hit age 70. By doing this, the household gets immediate income from the lower earner, while the higher earner builds a massive, maximized benefit. And this leads us to the ultimate reason why the higher earner must delay. This is the part that changes everything. It is the survivor benefit multiplier. When you are married, your Social Security benefits are not just about you. They are about protecting the person you leave behind. When the first spouse passes away, the surviving spouse is legally entitled to claim the deceased spouse's benefit as a survivor benefit. But here is the crucial rule. The survivor does not get both checks added together. They get the higher of the two checks. If the lower earner claimed early at 62, their check is permanently reduced. If the higher earner also claimed early at 62, their check is permanently reduced. When the first spouse dies, the survivor is left with a permanently reduced, smaller check for the rest of their life. But if the higher earner delayed until 70, their check is maximized. When they pass away, the surviving spouse gets to step up and collect that massive, maximized 70-year-old benefit. This is how you truly double the lifetime value of your Social Security. You are not just maximizing your own check. You are building a financial fortress that protects your spouse from poverty after you are gone. It is the ultimate act of love. So, let's bring it all together. The restricted application strategy for married couples. The magic date of January 1st, 1954, which acts as the golden key to unlock this loophole. The math of collecting a spousal benefit while your own benefit grows by 8% a year. And for those born after that date, the higher earner delay strategy, which maximizes the ultimate survivor benefit. None of these strategies happen automatically. The Social Security Administration will not calculate the optimal claiming strategy for you. They will just process whatever form you hand them. Once you file, the decision is